statement first from Coach Dykes, then we'll go to questions.
I'll just take questions.
Coach, can you just talk about how proud you
Yeah,
are?
yeah, proud of our guys for fighting back, man. I mean, those guys, you know, our team showed a ton of character and, you know, just mental toughness and fortitude and fight and, you know, ask them at halftime just to play as hard as they could play in the second half and you know, not worry about the score. Just come out and play with incredible effort, and they did that and got themselves back in the game, and you know, we were right there, had a chance.
They're driving the third 40 when we got to the 2-yard line and get points. Do you feel like there was a difference in the game almost?
I mean, you could point to a lot of stuff. I mean, but yeah, certainly getting to the 2-yard line, not scoring, obviously ended up being a big deal in the game. You know, yeah, that was obviously important. I mean, I thought that the 2-point play was a big deal.
Savion had 11 catches, I believe, for 164 yards.
Yeah.
Both single-game career highs for him. Can you talk a little bit about how he's grown?
Yeah, he just played with. I mean, number one, he played incredibly hard. Got banged up a couple of times and kept coming back in, and I mean, just played with really a ton of toughness. You know, just played like he's capable of playing. I mean, it was really good to see him play with confidence, and you know, Josh kind of got on the same page with him and started to trust him, and you know, the big difference I think was we were able to run the ball in the second half. You know, we just stuck with it and were able to run it enough to where you know, we weren't in a bunch of second and third and long situations like we were in the first half. You know, we just wasted some drives early in the game. We kind of blew it. We've done it times this year where we had a penalty or gave up a sack or did something and couldn't get out of our own way. Then the second half, guys just started making plays and settled in. And like I said, we were able to run the ball. Thought our offensive line really played well in the second half. You know, not only in the run game, it gave our quarterback time to throw the football and gave us an opportunity to get back in the game. And then overall, defensively, you know, I thought we played well enough to win. You know, and you know, it's the fourth game this year that we've had an opportunity to win down the stretch and couldn't do it. And so it's just, you know, it's a good football team that we played against. You got to give Texas credit. They, you know, did what they had to do to win the game, and I think it shows a lot of, you know, a lot about who they are. Very talented team, and you know, they're playing smart football, not turning the ball over and making people beat them.
Other than just telling the guys to play hard in the second half, is there anything that y'all did differently, just telling them on defense to?
Not really. I mean, obviously we changed some calls, made some adjustments, did some things a little bit different. You know, changed some of the things we were doing from a blocking standpoint offensively, and you know, you asked about the turning point earlier. I mean, look, we're going to go into halftime down 2 scores if we don't throw that late interception. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was to me, it was a big play. I gave him a quick touchdown, and all of a sudden, you know, it's a 3-score game, and against a good football team, you can't make those kind of mistakes, and those have been mistakes that we've made this year. I mean, I thought the officiating was terrible, embarrassingly bad, but you know, we have to be able to overcome it. I mean, I think everybody in the country saw that displayed tonight, and probably wasn't real proud of the effort those officials had tonight.
Did Savion's third quarter catch kind of spark the offense the way he had later things?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah, we made some plays. I mean, we had to. You know, we had to make some competitive plays on the ball, and John Paul obviously made a heck of a catch on that third down. You know, right there at the end zone, and Savion made a great play as well. And yeah, there was some stuff that sparked us, and it was just individual plays. And you know, unfortunately, a lot of times this thing comes down to what happened when they converted that third down. I mean, the ball was up in the air, and somebody makes a play on it, and it's either you or them. And you got to give Texas credit; they made a play on that ball, and we didn't. And unfortunately, you know, those things add up, and that gets magnified in that situation there. But you know, if we want to break through and be as good as we're capable of being, you know, we have to make those kind of yeah, I mean, I think guys, I was really proud of some of the individual stuff that we did tonight, just in terms of guys fighting, and thought Josh Hoover really played well in the second half. Like I said, the offensive line played well. We were able to run the ball against a team that's very difficult to run it against in the second half. And, we played like a good football team plays. We just, like I said, just didn't make enough plays on the stretch.
Coach, how much do you think it helps grow Josh, showing that you guys remain to have trust in him?
Yeah, I mean, I think we believe in him, and, I think, we're fortunate. We've got a couple of good quarterbacks, and guys that we both believe in, and I just feel like, Josh did a hell of a job. Like I said, in the second half, made the one really bad decision at the end of the first half, and besides that, I thought he for a young guy against a good opponent, a lot of really talented players, I thought he performed pretty well.
Do you care to share anything about your conversations with officials or not?
No, I mean, just always say the same thing. I didn't see it.
You talked a lot this year about the difference between last year and this year being one-score games. How tough is it to have another one of those?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, when you have those games, you always, as a coach, here's the thing about winning and losing is, when you win, it's because of the players, and when you lose, it's because of the coaches. And I've always believed that. I always will believe that. And so, we've got to do a better job of coaching. We shouldn't have put guys in situations maybe in the first half to dig as big a hole as we dug ourselves. But again, our guys fought their ass off in the second half. Got back in the game and had a chance to win down the stretch. I mean, we're one play away from having the ball and with just into field goal. Or at that time, I felt like we had a ton of confidence that we were going to score a touchdown. Felt like we'd worn their defensive front down a little bit, which allowed us to throw the ball, and guys were making plays, and the quarterback was playing with confidence. And I would have loved to have seen what would have happened.
Coach, there's been a lot of plays where it just didn't seem like it would bounce y'all's way this year. Did you get that feeling when Bradford had that pick? And then
Oh, not really. I mean, it goes back to what we talked about earlier. I mean, it's like anything else. You just, something that we talk about all the time with our players is when a defensive player intercepts a pass or picks up a fumble, the first thing that's going to happen is the offensive player is going to try to strip them because the defensive player is not accustomed to carrying the football. And so it's a conversation we literally have all the time with guys, and you got to give Texas credit. They did exactly what they're supposed to do. They tried to strip the ball, and unfortunately for us, they got it out. But yeah, I mean, I hate to think like that, but it's hard not to at times where you just go, man, it just kind of seems the way things have bounced this year, and I think that play is kind of indicative of that. And I hate to say that, but there's probably something to it.
You talked about your halftime message to the team and then the effort they showed in the second half. Is that something that you can take this week?
Yeah, for sure. So I told them, let's just play like that. Let's play with that kind of effort and that kind of intensity and that kind of excitement for 4 quarters and see what happens, And I know this. I mean, we've got a game against Baylor in 7 days, and I'm so excited. You know what I mean? Because I want to see our guys come out and play like we're capable of playing. And so, I mean, I'm already fired up about that game and fired up to see our guys play, and I know they're going to work hard and have a hell of a week of practice. And my hope is we'll play 4 quarters like we played in the second half today. And if we do, then we'll be a good football team. We'll have a chance to win a game. And so I'm excited to see that because that's there. I know it's there. It's been there at times this year. We played exceptionally well. We just have, either not made a play or made a mistake or something that's cost us. And, we've got to do a better job coaching. I mean, it comes down to that. I mean, we've got to coach better. We've got to coach situations better. We've got to make sure that our guys understand, what needs to be done in critical situations.
You talked a little bit about individual accolades as well tonight. Griffin Kell, 2 for 2.
Yeah, that was a big one, man. That was a big field goal he hit, and I just got a lot of confidence in him. And he hadn't, we've asked him to do some really difficult things this year. I mean, his average distance of field goal coming into the game is 42 yards. And that's the longest, I think, in college football this year. And so, we've asked him to do hard things. We put him in some tough situations, and that was a tough one, and he responded. And I got a lot of confidence in him, and I believe in him, and he nailed it.
We'll go 2 more questions.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.